Jane is turning 30, but it won't be complete without unicorns, baby daddy drama, and writer's block. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I can't. I have to do it every single time, but the music cut off really fast this time. Okay. All right. So welcome back to Chapter 86 of Jane the Virgin. We are on Season 5, Episode 5. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Miss Delia Gomez.
Hey, guys. What's up?
And to her left, the beautiful Simone Thomas.
Hi, guys.
Today's episode was a lot to take in. We have a jam-packed show. We have a special segment called Ride or Die. We have news and gossip, predictions. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
First, Delia, what were your overall thoughts about this episode?
I was annoyed at Mateo for a good amount of the episode. And yeah, that was and I was really struggling with Jane's feelings. I was just, come on, girl. This was a tough one.
All I have to say is Mr. Sweetface ain't so sweet anymore.
Yeah.
He is not Mr. Sweetface.
No.
He's Mr. Rude, sassy, spicy face.
Yes.
It's one thing when he's arguing and fighting his sisters, but the way he talked to Jane this episode was just not okay. And Rafael was like enabling it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad to watch. I did not like that. So we can actually start with that. You know, Mateo is mad at Jane. Rafael is sick of coming into second place. Do we blame Rafael for how he's feeling?
I don't blame him for how he's feeling. I do blame him when he did let that get in the way of being a parent to Mateo, because he was being a brat, and you'd let a kid slide once, you're just going to keep doing it, and they're going to learn that, you know, when you're at your weakest point, they're just going to take advantage. So I'm just like, no, that was not a good call for me, at least.
I agree. And I think they were on a bad start from the beginning when they showed when they had their dispute in front of Mateo, because he saw all of that.
Right.
And then he was able to pick sides. And when Rafael told her to leave with Mateo there, it was just a downward spiral from that point on. And being not visibly separated, but like showing your division in front of your child and making it very clear who the bad guy is, aka Jane, that's where I didn't agree with Rafael. He was acting like a child.
So that's what I was actually going to say. So Rafael didn't tell Mateo. Mateo witnessed it, and he saw her tell Rafael tell Jane to leave.
Yeah.
So does he really understand what's going on, or does he just know that daddy's mad at mommy?
Well, he kind of said it when he was like, I'm going to stay mad at mommy as long as you do. And I think that was a whole modeling thing of just like he doesn't understand that Jane's old husband came back from the dead. Like,
right.
There's no way to really explain that to a child.
And I did say Mr. Sweetface isn't so sweet, but it's like you can't really be that mad at Mateo because he is a child, and children mimic the emotions of the adults they see, and he's just tagging along with his dad. Rafael, in that moment of hardship, because I get every single emotion he's going through, he should have set a better example of how to compose himself in a very difficult situation. Like when you are having a couple spat, it's always best to separate that from the child, because you don't want to create biases. Like regardless, you're still their parent, and you want them to respect each parent the same.
Yeah. I mean, parenting doesn't come with like a rule book.
Yeah.
So I understand that you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to, you know, unfortunately do stuff that you don't anticipate, and it's going to affect your kids negatively. So yeah, I at that point I do kind of like that side of like they're still human. They're not going to be perfect parents the whole time.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's what I was going to say too. I don't have children, but I feel like I'm a really emotional person, and I don't know how I would have hid that from Mateo either. It's just like he's like heartbroken, and we see that he was planning on proposing to Jane. What? Did we see that coming?
Not on her birthday. I didn't think I was surprised with the card because you don't think it's going to be a card
Right.
proposal.
Which I love cards.
No, I know.
So I think they're like very intimate and sweet, but so simple at the same time. I forgot about the proposal. I feel like there was just so many barriers. So I thought he was just going to chillax on it, but he was trying to tie the knot and get her the ring. So
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, and it was just the universe's way of showing that they were not going to be together.
I know. My eyes were tearing up during that part because I love cards too. And she's, she said, "Oh, we're just trying to save money." And she said, "Just write me a card." Like, me too. Like, I want a card. Like, that's all I want.
Not the Hallmark written version. Your own words.
Yes, write me a love letter.
You guys, we were all literally like holding each other watching it. We were like, oh my God, this is so sad.
It was heartbreaking.
It was.
Literally.
It was.
Oh, gosh. What are they saying in the chat?
Yeah, so we have so many people. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Molly Pocock, Emily Marlowe, Billie Jean Girl, Shitara Bukhar. I'm recognizing some of these names.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Thank you for joining us each week. Delia, you want to tell them how thankful we are for joining us?
Thank you guys for checking in with us every week. We really do appreciate it. So if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and let us know what you're thinking. If you're listening to us on iTunes, make sure to give us a 5-star rating. It really does help us out. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
We really do.
It's awesome.
We heart you.
Like, we literally love reading your comments so much. These are so great.
I know, you guys have such great insight. Like, one person said, Mateo really annoyed me in this episode.
We worth you, girl.
I already live with a kid like Mateo. Don't need another. Because no offense, he was acting like a brat.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Billie Jean.
Girl.
I wonder what Billie
24.
Jean would have done
I
in
know.
this episode.
I love seeing the familiar names
Yes,
every
yes.
week because we're friends. So it's
Yeah.
like, I really do want to know, Billie Jean, what would you do?
What would you do, Billie Jean? Let us know.
Yes.
So Jane is not only dealing with Rafael and Michael love triangle, but she also has writer's block, which Jane is no stranger to writer's block. Do we think Jane writes better when she's emotional or when she's like in a good place and happy?
Well, I think her stuff depends, right? So if she's going to write something that's so far and distant from her real life, she does need it all to be kind of happy and exciting and perfect. But when she starts writing the really intimate, emotional stuff, she kind of tends to be in a weird turmoil or drama. Right?
Well, they always say that artists or songwriters, singers, whatever, write their best music when they're heartbroken. Like when Ariana Grande, she's been through so much. But Sweetener, a lot of people who are fans of hers say it's one of her best just because it's coming from raw, traumatic, or unfortunate events, but you gain a lot of knowledge and maturity through that. And I think through trying times, that's when you get so much more insight to be a lot more relatable to people. And that's what we see when she's going through these really hard times. She's able to have more content to write about.
Yeah.
That is such a good comparison, by the way.
Yeah.
Like even, Thank You Next and Seven Rings, like Ariana, like that is the perfect example.
Yeah.
I agree, in the moment, obviously when, things are happening and you're heartbroken and you're so sad, it's like you can't think of anything. But I think Marlene's advice to Jane was actually pretty good. Write down whatever you're feeling, but objectively, no emotions.
Exactly.
Which is really hard to do. I mean, like, you're in the eye of the hurricane. So it's really hard to be like, I don't see how this is going to work out. But then again, we wouldn't have lemonade without it. So
see what I'm saying?
I know.
Yes,
I mean,
that was great.
It sucks to be violated, cheated on, heartbroken.
Yeah.
But it produces some amazing songs. Adele is another example.
Oh, yeah, Adele.
We could name names forever.
And she's separating from her husband,
I
so I'm
know.
sorry, and I wish her the best, but I know some good music is about to come out.
Yeah.
We are about to be putting that on repeat.
Yes.
And Adele, my condolences. That's awful. But she has some stuff coming for us.
Jane's heartbreak was so pressuring to her that she drove up to her birthday party and dipped.
Yeah.
Were you surprised? Would you have done that?
No.
See everyone waiting for you?
That is rude.
Yeah.
That is so. If I ever did that, my family would they would have a word for me. I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But no.
I loved how everyone was so understanding at the party. I was like, you're Venezuelan. That is not true. Exactly. Everyone would have been like, okay, we just showed up at your 30th birthday party. All the tias would have been talking. It's not, yeah.
They would have taken their gifts back. Yeah. They would have been like, oh, you don't want to show up? It's not your birthday no more.
Exactly.
No gift for you.
That would not have rolled in my house.
No.
No, absolutely not. I'm Middle Eastern. Everyone would have been like, she has the nerve. Like, I dressed up. I, like, wasted a babysitter. Like, I put on all this makeup. I wore my best, like, Louis Vuitton shoes. Like, everyone would have been so pissed.
Exactly.
Oh man, but honestly, I've been there. Not at my birthday, but when you just have something planned, even if it's like a friend's birthday or something, but I'm an emotional person.
Right.
And when something's happening, it's just like, I can't focus on anything else. Like, I can't pretend to be happy in this moment. Like, and she, you know, writing is her outlet, and she's already so frustrated. She just wants to go write. Like, I get it, but you know, seeing everyone, it broke my heart. She just like left.
Especially because her dad is such a big party person, and he was trying so hard to make it special for her, and like he went above and beyond, and that shit was expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean,
the ice sculpture, that's not cheap.
Yeah.
Rogelio has a lot of money to waste.
Well, still, but I mean, like he put time and money and all this stuff, and he was just trying to make her feel better and celebrate her. So I was like, come on, your dad did this for you.
Yeah, and it's your 30th birthday, too. It's terrible timing, but that's just it's a monumental year. It's a milestone. But I do get what you're saying, Rivette, about when you are going through something, it's hard not to focus on that, and you're not going to be present. And so even if she had gone, she wouldn't probably have been fun to be around.
Best case scenario, she would have gotten super drunk and had fun for a few hours, but then at the end of the night, she would have been drunk
crying.
Texting both guys.
Yeah. Ooh, dang.
Yeah, that's very true. No.
Haven't we all been there?
I'm just speaking from experience. All of us were just not okay.
I would have loved to see that.
Just kidding.
Just throwing it out
Sound
there.
off in the comments.
You don't forget a bad birthday. Like, you just don't.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
And plus 30, it's also, it has these feelings towards it. Are we excited about going 30, or are we just like, okay, well, I'm getting older and life is happening?
Yep.
Great.
So would you have rather received Michael's birthday gift or Rafael's birthday gift?
Oh, girl.
Put aside your personal feelings about the two.
Okay, cool.
The thoughtfulness.
You can answer that. You can go first.
I already know what I'm saying.
Okay.
And it's not even because I'm Team Rafael.
Okay.
I want to be married. And he's going to give me a ring. That's not why I want to be married, obviously.
But it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's like icing.
I want to be married to Rafael, all right?
Rafael's doppelganger. He's married in real life. But yeah, no, marriages, I think she's such an emotional person and she loves love. And I'm the same way. I would have taken the proposal, get down on the knee, let's have our Instagram moment. My nails are ready for the ring and the picture. Proposal all the way. And also, I don't need the book because I already wrote the book. I got all the details. It's cute what he did do, and I think that was a creative way to gift her own book, but from his perspective and what he thought. I'm taking the ring. Though.
But you're okay with being proposed to at your birthday, with everyone there.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that would bother you?
I don't know. I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah. But I'm so weird in like moments.
You don't like being the center of attention.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yes.
This is making me so curious. Okay, we're gonna get back on the topic, but what sign are you guys?
I'm a Gemini.
Sagittarius.
Okay. I just want to know. We can discuss later.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you don't like being the center of attention.
Well, I do, but when I get thrown into it.
Oh, okay. You don't like surprises.
I do like them, but then I get really nervous and I start thinking about like, oh, what am I supposed to say in this moment?
It's a lot of pressure with everyone's eyes on you. Yeah.
And you want it to be sincere, not you're coerced into saying yes.
Plus, he did write it in the card, so I think the fact that I'm reading it and I don't have to say anything to anybody, I like that.
Okay.
Versus but it's still at my birthday, so I don't know.
So you would have rather the book?
I think the book. I think something that I'm a creative person, so if you've read it and it's something I worked on and you have notes for me and you did little things like that, remind me that you were also present, and it's just like a memory lane. True. That was really thoughtful.
It is very thoughtful. I agree. They both were thoughtful.
They both were.
That was, I will say, that was a little bit more thoughtful. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want the book too. It's just no one who's gonna sit there, read your book, and like write his notes and his memories. Like, that's so thoughtful.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want to be proposed to in a card. I love like the gesture, but I want it to be in front of like my family and your family and like all our friends and 7,000 people in a stadium.
Oh, girl.
I want everyone there.
Oh, you want the big shebang.
I want everyone there.
You're the Kim Kardashian of the panel.
That is literally the Kim Kardashian proposal from Kanye.
Yeah, pretty much. AT&T Park. Yeah. That's what I want.
Okay. What if because he had the family. It wasn't in a stadium. You know, they're trying to save their coins.
Right.
But what if he had supplemented the card with a speech as well? Would it have been a better proposal, you think? Or no, you need
And it's on your birthday, so the days of all days.
You know what? Let's have it not on my birthday because that's just one celebration. Like next year, that's your birthday / proposal. But if he proposes on a different day, then that's another celebration.
So you just want 2 for
You would have more reasons to celebrate throughout
I see
the
your
year.
style. I see your style now. No, my anniversary is actually Valentine's Day, and like, so it's so funny because my boyfriend just has to remember, like, just one day.
That's easy.
Yeah. You made it so easy for him.
He did. Actually. Yeah.
Smart man.
Smart guy. Yeah. Very smart.
Speaking of smart, I think Petra was actually really smart tonight. I think she's always smart, but she was really sharp, and she was really doing her best to earn JR's trust back. Usually we see her scheming all the time.
Right.
But she really, like, went through loops and crannies to, like, tell her, listen, I did not send this email. I'm not lying. But do you think she's lying? Like, is there any doubt in your mind?
Wonder, well, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, who is blackmailing her if she says it wasn't her?
Milos?
I don't know if it's Milos or her mom.
Anashka coming back from the dead?
Yeah, I was like, they left us with like, they never really talked about it. They just kind of like mentioned, oh, I was blackmailed. And they're like, okay, just go chasing half town of this like proof that you were there. So I'm just like what could it be?
Yeah.
It seems like it's deeper than just a date.
If she actually did send that, she has a great alibi. Whatever she did.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof, she did prove that she wasn't the one who wrote the email at the time.
The shadow. I just love that.
I know.
I was like, what?
It's not usable. I'm just going to say Petra is crazy in love and will do anything to keep her woman by her side. So if she has to go get dirty and dirty up that beautiful white dress or jumper, whatever that was.
I know, that was so sad for the dirt.
Very cute. To prove to JR that she did not write the email, then so be it. I mean, I want to just give her the benefit of the doubt and really think that she is keeping up with this growth we've seen and say that it's not
I believe
calculated.
Petra.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to bite me in the butt, but I believe her.
No, I do believe her too. It's just, it's so, like I think we've talked about before, it's so different and nice seeing her like in love and just like wanting to do everything for love. And I just don't know who would have access to her email like that.
I mean, there are a lot of people against her. She's built a lot of enemies.
Her assistant in jail, you know, the one that...
or even the current assistant who she calls
The
temp.
temp.
Oh, yeah, the temp.
Not even her name.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
So, I mean, her sweet side really only comes out when she's around, actually, the two Janes. JR and then Jane now. And her sweet side didn't always come out in the beginning, but she's softer around them. Everybody else...
I love it when she was like trying to like be with Jane. She's like, okay, I'm glad that we figured out what's going on. It's great. And she's like, okay, I gotta go. Bye.
That was so funny. I care about Jane too.
Leave it to Petra.
I love her. She'll always at the core be who she is.
Yes,
Exactly. That's what I love about her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the live chat is saying. So many comments. I love it. Emily Marlowe says, I think Petra's only plot this season should be living happily with JR. No more drama.
I like.
Agreed. Yeah, that's a nice one.
No, I love the Petra drama. I need more of it.
Really?
Yeah, with her mom and Milos, we can't just
I want to give
stop
her a
that.
break. I want to give her a break. She deserves it. She's had a hard life.
Jane needs a break. She's had a hard
Oh,
life.
they both do. They
Yeah.
both need a break. That's a very good point.
Oh, when Jane was talking about not going on vacations, like
I know.
she's
Oh
like,
my
but I aspire to be someone who vacations. That touched me. I was like, oh, Jane, go on a trip, please.
That
When
was
you
really sad.
When you really think about it, like Jane, for such a young person, she's dealing with a lot, and
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, her highlights are her family and her son, but she's always so selfless and gives herself to other people.
Yeah.
Where's the self-care for Miss Jane?
Yeah.
You know?
That was really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. The live chat does also feel bad for Jane. Molly Pocock says, I felt bad for Jane when Mateo ran away from her and the lady was filming her.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And asking if that was her son.
And he was like, no. It's not, you're not my mom. You like prove.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like, I think he was kind of saying like the world that we're
We live
actually
in.
living. Everything that you do is being,
Film.
Monitored.
watched.
Yeah.
People have their phones. You can't,
That's the first thing we do. We just pull out a
Take it
phone
out.
just in case there's like some big scandal, which can help us,
Right.
obviously, in
Yeah.
a lot of instances, but can also hurt us. Like
For
that,
sure.
I think that, I like that they touched on that because that's definitely the reality that
Yeah.
we're living in society.
and everyone has an opinion about how you're raising your kid, and
Yeah.
you can't, you can't just. I don't know. I get really touchy about this because I'm a nanny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there.
I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't know either. It's just like, I can't imagine being judged like that and your kid's going crazy. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
if I was a mom, I'd be like, get in the car.
Like,
I'd
I
grab
think
him
she couldn't
too.
like parent her child. She wasn't
Yeah.
gonna hit him or anything. She was just saying like, you're coming with me, and the fact that everyone was like saying, you're not being a good mom because
Yeah.
you're doing that.
And it's
Just
also
judging.
like, you don't know this person. Stay out of her business.
Right.
Unless you feel like the child is really threatened and in danger,
Right.
and you can
Right.
scope that out accurately. Otherwise, keep your phone to yourself.
And no one's
keep
perfect.
pushing.
No one is perfect. Again, it's like they always catch you in the wrong
Yeah.
moment.
There's no rule
Exactly.
book to being a parent. You figure it out as you go. You really do.
Definitely. I think someone who's still figuring it out as they go is Rogelio, as we saw this
Aw.
episode. He's so cute. I feel like he's always like scheming, but then he like learns his lesson and like
Yes.
moves on. So Rogelio, are we surprised? He
No.
tried to get Esteban a job, which was nice, but he's really trying to, get his own time with his baby. He's jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were we surprised to see this?
That he's jealous? That Rogelio's jealous. Are we surprised?
The extent to which he went to get Esteban out of the picture.
Oh no, he's done way worse. We were all like, no, this is Rogelio.
Oh.
I mean, he made River, right?
Yeah.
River. He paralyzed her face. Like, this does not compare. The man got a job and got back together with Darcy. But Rogelio is like a child. He has the best intentions, and things just don't pan out correctly. And then the consequences are there for him to deal with.
Yeah.
He wants the best, but the way he goes about it is just, he doesn't think things
Well, he's
through.
selfish. He's
Yeah.
selfish first.
He's a narcissist.
And he's learning that other people are affected by his actions. So everything is always, his first impulse is, Rogelio, me first. And then it's like, oh, wait, I'm hurting so many other people. Let me try to
Yeah.
make it right.
When will you learn?
Yeah.
My
He's
God.
getting there.
I love him. He is my favorite character.
He's a good
Really?
character.
He's so relatable. I think it's just
In what way?
No.
The one that wants the two, like the proposal on one day, the birthday on a,
So much more
you know what?
the Kim
It's
Kardashian.
You are Rogelio, the female version.
He wants the attention from everybody, right?
Right.
But especially when
Yeah.
he's not getting it from his baby,
Yeah.
who's giving like his arch nemesis the attention, like in a weird, like messed up way. I get it.
Yeah.
It's just like in that moment, he's just like all about himself. But then, yes,
Yeah.
he does have a heart,
Right.
And he does take a step back. And he was at the end so advocating for Esteban, like, please, like, take him back.
Yeah.
Like, it's so nice to see. Like, I just love him for that.
I love how he would like follow Darcy and Esteban. He was like, wait, we're leaving. And he was like, no, wait, hear him out. I just love how he just like butts into everyone's business.
Can't help it.
Yeah, he really can't.
But I do think you mentioning him not getting the love from his baby, I think this episode kind of spoke on how parents look for validation from their kids, like with Jane and Mateo, or Rogelio and baby.
That's a good point.
As a parent, you sometimes know if you're doing a good job when your kids give you that reciprocation.
Right.
And he wasn't getting that from his daughter, and neither was Jane, and that wears down on your confidence, it wears down on your abilities as a parent, and if you're doing the right thing.
Right.
And so it's so much harder when, I mean, it's hard when people are judging you, but it's even harder when your child, your actual child, is also not giving you the energy that you're trying to receive from them.
I'm gonna be honest. I totally forgot about baby. I really did.
I
I was
too.
like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I forgot her name was Baby. I kept waiting.
I know.
But then the subtitles had a capital B, so I was like, oh, that's the
Baby.
name.
I was like, you are a father to Darcy's baby. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I completely forgot about Darcy and Esteban.
Yeah.
Forgot they were together.
Yep.
But I love it because when they bring this stuff back, it just kind of like comes back to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much that happened. It's hard to remember all of it.
Exactly.
Definitely. So Emily Marlowe says, best couple on the show is Zoe and Ro.
Oh.
Oh, that rhymes.
Yes.
Zoe and Ro.
And hashtag Este Baby.
Esther baby. I like that. I
love
thought that
it.
should be a song or something.
I wonder why Rogelio hasn't started that.
I know, right?
Hello, baby. That
I
doesn't
love
have
it.
a- Nah. Doesn't have a good ring.
No.
Nah.
How about Michael and Jay? Never mind. Never mind. They don't have
We'll
a
leave
good-
it to the Twitterverse to do it.
Jane Cole.
J. Cole?
Jane Cole. It does kind of sound like Jane Cole. Okay, maybe Mayane. Okay,
I like
that's
how we love it. I love it. No, I love it. I think it's great. I think
or
it's great.
Rafane.
Yes.
Rafane works better for Rafael and
Rafane.
Jane.
There you go.
Or Jane-Ayel.
Ooh, I like that. It sounds like a nice name.
Yeah, it sounds like a real name.
Yes.
Jane-Ayel.
Jane I.L.
Jane-Ayel.
I say
Well,
Mayane
Mayane was having some financial issues.
Yeah. Oh God, poor girl.
Oh
Can't
my
catch a break.
goodness.
I loved it, girl. You did
It's like
good.
on top of everything, now you owe $40,000.
40K?
I know.
I have no words.
That was like what?
Huh? And then it got dropped down to 10K, and I'm like, well, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah, but he can pay it in installments, so it's better.
And he didn't let her pay.
That's sweet.
I'm not Team Michael, but I gotta.
Gentleman move. That was a
clap that?
gentleman move.
That was awesome because she had to take off work, and like how she said, she was struggling for all those months that he was supposedly dead. So it's only fair that she doesn't get to pay because she went through the
True.
emotional
Yeah.
trauma. She took care of his kid all those years. Like, especially if you think about all the expenses that she had with Mateo.
Whew,
Yes.
it's a
So
lot.
is it actually 40,000 or is it more?
If it was Rafael, it would have been more. Scandal. I think if it was Rafael, it definitely would have been more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because he's worth more.
Right.
Because of his father's estate and all that stuff.
Well, he
But
doesn't.
Well, no, because he actually doesn't have ties to that hotel.
Yeah, you know what? If it was like 4 years ago, his life
Yeah.
insurance would have been a lot more. Right now, no.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're clear on that.
I like how we were like, no, he's broke.
Rafael's
Jane is
struggling.
not in it for the money.
No,
Yeah,
she's in it for the love.
Well, this episode had a lot. We still didn't see Luisa, which I'm just waiting. To see, like, where are you? Like,
Stirring up trouble. Stirring up drama.
Oh, girl. I just wonder what's happening behind the scenes of all this.
Bad
drama.
Bad stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like a Rogelio. They have good intentions, but they just don't really know
no,
how
she's
to.
like a
yeah.
She's a Dixie Rogelio. He's like a
Yeah.
narcissist, and then she's just like.
I don't know. She's too trusting, but she does mean well, but it's always like there's something that doesn't click with her.
Her discernment is non-existent.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for our Ride or Die. If you're new here, Ride or Die is our special segment of this show where we tell you who our Ride or Die character was this week. Simone, you can go first.
Esta baby. That is my Ride or Die. He held it down, and I'm gonna say I was not an Esta baby fan. But just seeing his relationship with Baby, and then being really vulnerable. I didn't have work, and I'm okay being the caretaker for the children and for the family, and I'm gonna let my woman make the money. I think that's just a very progressive way of raising a family, and he did it with such grace, and he was pleading for Darcy's love without any type of ego involved, and I like that a lot. And he's great with Baby.
He also knew all her Darcyisms.
Yes.
Like the numbers. And I was like, there was like 500. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
He knows
Real
his
man.
woman.
Definitely.
Real man.
Yeah. I would say Rogelio. Just because of his heart, and this whole episode happened because of him, honestly. If it hadn't been for Rogelio, there would be no party. There would be like no cake tasting. There would be, so Rogelio. You did good.
He did do good.
I love him.
And the Darcy baby, would that have happened without Rogelio? I'm just saying.
My Ride or Die this week is to Petra. I think there was a really sweet moment where JR was telling her, look, like, I don't trust you. And from the bottom of my soul, like, I can't say that I trust you. And that would have been really easy for Petra to walk away at that point and been like, I can't do this. And I think she said something like, well, I'll have to try harder, or I'll have to keep trying. And I was like, true love.
Yeah.
I love her for that. I loved that moment. It was so nice.
Yeah.
I wrote that down. I was like, when she said, I'll have to work harder to make you feel safe. And I was like, whoa. A lot of people need to take that note down.
No.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
So
Yeah.
nice.
She was like, you don't feel safe? Okay, let me make you feel safe and let you know that you can trust me.
Yeah.
I'm a safe space.
Yeah, I loved it. They're such a great couple. I really love them two
I
together.
want them to work.
I think they will.
I hope.
I do too.
Yeah.
So we have some news and gossip today.
Ooh.
I don't know if you guys have been on Instagram lately, but
AfterBuzz TV News.
I'm going to do your finger thing.
yeah, it's so fun. AfterBuzz TV News. I love that. I always forget it's coming.
Yeah.
So today was the last day of filming.
Oh my
For
gosh.
Jane the Virgin.
Don't say that.
Yes.
So sad.
I was emotional just looking at the pictures.
I know.
First, we have Gina Rodriguez, who posted with a bottle of Moet.
Ooh.
And
She looks so
yeah.
cute.
I know.
Is that a
she's
Jane the
always-
Virgin hat that she's wearing?
I can't
Oh,
tell.
but her skin is glowing. The light, the natural light, the angle, everything, girl. You look beautiful.
Yeah, so she writes, and that's a wrap on Jane. 100 episodes, sending so much love to all the Jane warriors who made our show thrive for all these years. We love you.
Aww.
So sweet.
We're one of the Jane warriors.
We are. Justin Baldoni also posted a few posts today. So sweet. He posted a picture with Jaime Camille, yes, who plays Rogelio, my fave. I'll read a short part of the caption. It says, "It's been a supreme joy and a pleasure working with and learning from this brilliant man for 5 years. It's hard enough to make it become a massive star in your home country, but it's an entirely different and difficult challenge to cross over and become a star in America as well."
Yeah, props.
And we were talking about that
Yeah.
a few weeks ago too, and how they touched on that in the actual episode. And it's so nice to see like the genuine relationships and just
Everyone's like a family on
They
that
really
set.
are a family.
Yeah.
You can tell they love each other
Yeah.
love it.
and they're friends.
Aww.
Made me tear up.
Oh, that picture. Of
Yes,
them.
we have an Insta story. It says "Last Day of Jane." It's with Gina Rodriguez, Justin Baldoni, Jaime Camille, and Yael Grobles. They just
This is. I'm
I
not
know.
even a part of the show, and I'm having a really hard time with this. So I can just imagine.
Now the amount of tears are just being like,
Because you literally, like, you see each other every day. You're around each other all the time. You see each other more than, like, your actual family.
right, yeah.
exactly.
So you become a legitimate family.
I love it.
Oh,
I know.
this one's like such a good picture.
Yeah,
It's so
very real.
heartfelt.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Look at her nose; it's all red.
She's probably been crying all day.
yeah.
Justin says, what an honor it's been to play your TV baby daddy / ex-husband for these 5 years. I absolutely adore you. Your talent never ceases to amaze me, and I can't wait to see all the incredible things you do next.
He's amazing. The way he just just stop.
He loves his whole cast, and they're all like genuine friends.
And the way he
family.
words everything and just like supports all the women on this show and shows them so much love and support and just constantly is inspiring.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Justin Baldoni's great. He also has he did like this male roundtable with other guys in Hollywood talking about masculinity and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So what you were just saying is another reason why.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's great.
Aww.
Love him so much.
I love it.
We're gonna start crying
I
when
know.
this stops. We're just like trying to like hold it in. Like okay, so
On the very last after show, tissues. Galore.
yeah.
I don't want to predict that, but what I do want to predict is what's going to happen next week.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
The finger thing,
I love it.
Stop.
I love that. That's like your go-to.
Now I'm doing it. It's
I love it.
contagious.
Oh, man. Delia, would you like to go
So
first?
they left us with Rafael having a moment of weakness with the alcoholism. So I'm wondering if maybe that's when his sister's going to come back. Because they kind of tend to find each other when they're at the lowest points. So I'm kind of hoping for that. But we'll see. I do think it's not going to look well for Rafael. It's not going to be looking well for him for a while.
You keep breaking my heart. The pictures, now that.
What do you think?
That's true.
Right.
I completely agree with that. And I think sparks are flying with
Yeah.
Jane or Jael, whatever Michael and Jane are.
I like how you're just like, whatever.
I can't.
Like your true feelings
You
came
gave
out.
them their name.
I know. She like came up with it and she's like using it against them.
Mayane. Oh, Mayane. There you go.
Mayane.
Mayane, they're about to get it on and poppin' with that book. And he's very emotionally intelligent, and he knows how to connect with her in a way that I will say Rafael doesn't. And I think her heart is starting to open back up, and sparks are flying between the two.
I like how she's like just trying not to say these words.
Because it's awful.
I feel your pain. I am
Yeah.
sorry. I know how hard this is for
Yes.
you.
It's tough.
My man is drinking and taking
No,
pills now.
I feel so bad for Rafael.
Yeah.
I'm really hurting for him more right now, actually.
It's hard. He's had a long path. I feel like Michael, for the most part in his life, he's always been the good guy, the nice guy. Rafael was sort of the bad boy turned good guy, and it's just I don't want to see him go back to that.
No.
No.
Just how it's interesting because him and Petra are both kind of had bad or harsh girl. She was really intense. He was a bad boy, and they've grown and evolved, and
Yeah.
we see her going in a good direction, and then now Rafael's kind of going back into that dark
Place. And he warned her, I'm going to go in a dark place. So
Jeez.
I was like, foreshadowing.
So there was an article on Bustle that I read today saying that there's a theory going around that Jane is the narrator of the show. So they listed a few reasons why this could be a possible theory, saying we know it's someone close to the family that's a narrator.
Who closer than Jane?
Right. And they mentioned a Gossip Girl factor. So if you ever watch the show Gossip Girl,
XOXO. Gossip Girl.
not to spoil it for anybody, but the voice of Gossip Girl was a girl, but it was actually a
Bagley
guy.
was
Dan was Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
So this show, the narrator has a man voice, but it could be Jane. It doesn't mean that it has to be a man.
Right.
And they use similar phrases. So he always says, our story begins, and Jane has used that before in her writing.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
she's a writer.
theory.
She's an author.
In this episode, you definitely saw her with the pen, and I wondered if it was, but I was like, I don't know, it could be a little bit too on the nose, but then again, I don't know.
I would love that.
I know,
That'd be
that
great.
would be
Do that.
so cool. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Definitely, we will find out.
But that's all the time we have for today. We want to thank you so much for joining us. We will be here every single week. You can find me at Rivette Soro on social media. Delia, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Delia Gomez.
And you can find me at Simone Thomas on all social platforms. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.